grond.
Tactical headsets have evolved at an incredible speed over the last couple of years, and many famous brands as well as new companies have come up with their own approach to these types of products. However, the first name that comes to everyone's mind are the PELTOR ComTacs. And as it may be, PELTOR recently came out with a totally new and highly advanced system called TMAS. This along with a new range of products including the PELTOR ComTac VII and the more recently released ComTac VIII. So our job today is to explain to you guys what this TMAS system is, along with an in-depth review of all products including in this range. Now, to give you guys a quick overview, we will be covering what the TMAS system is, we will be covering the build and features of the PELTOR ComTac VII and briefly discuss the ComTac VIII. We will do the same for the SCU-300, the RCU-300, the TEP-300 and the SCU Adapter Cables. And finally, we will also cover our personal findings after using these products for quite some years now. Now, talking about headsets, brother, do you have any brotherly advice regarding this topic?
Well, certainly. The thing is, good headsets with COM capabilities are simply expensive. All new headsets that are below 200 bucks are crap, and the decent ones only start at around 800 bucks. And that is without a PTT or radio, so better save up than wasting a third or a fourth of the price on the cheaper stuff.
I definitely agree with that, and customer feedback also confirms this. But before we dive further into this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to stay notified. Also make sure to comment your opinions down below because it helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And make sure to visit ReconBrothers.com if you're looking for any of the tactical headsets from PELTOR or its accessories. All your support is appreciated. Now, as always, a quick disclosure, we are a reseller of these products and we were one of the very first ones to actually offer the ComTac VII along with the TMAS system into the market, and we do ship worldwide. Now, when these came out onto the market, we both decided to sell our personal XPI headsets and buy ourselves a TMAS system. Now, you might ask, why did we both get a TMAS system? Well, to test COM capabilities, you have to be with at least two, so there's your answer. Not that we're complaining, of course. Of course, we bought these systems to test them out and gain experience to make this video for you guys. And as always, there was no further financial involvement in the making of this video, so you can expect a totally objective approach, as we always do, aside from our personal opinion at the end, of course. So let's start off with what the TMAS is. It is actually a newly engineered system called Tactical Modular Audio System, and it is created by 3M PELTOR to provide operators with ways of flexibility and scalability like never seen before. So what does this TMAS system include? Well, it includes the SCU-300, the RCU-300, the PELTOR ComTac VII, the TEP-300 and SCU Adapter Cables. So all of this is now managed by the SCU, also known as a System Control Unit. Whereas before the headset would manage everything regarding comms, this device now does that. So what does this device control? Well, it controls your ComTac VII, your TEP-300, it can connect up to 2 radios with 2 channels each, it can connect to your vehicle intercom system, and you can connect your phone via Bluetooth, and all of this at once.
Contact grond. Zijn. Empty.
Let's start off with the build of the PELTOR ComTac VII, and as you can see, it has been totally overhauled when it comes to design, making it look much more modern and removing flaws from the previous versions. Now, this one only comes in a headband version and in olive and grey instead of black, and newly for the European market now also comes in coyote brown. Also immediately noticeable is how lightweight this product actually is. Now let's have a deeper look into the details, starting off with the headband. This one is made of a polymer, making it strong while still being thin so it can be worn under a helmet. This while creating far lesser pressure points, allowing you for a longer wearing comfort. Now, an additional big improvement is the cable management. With this headset, the cable can easily be taken out and put back into the headband. This to switch between a headband setup and a helmet mounted setup very easily. Whereas before you would have to cut a leather head wrap in order to free the cable and mount it onto your helmet. The polymer connectors have been slightly improved so they snap off easier. However, they do have a history of breaking, so we just prefer to pull out these pins. Additionally, the headband is still size adjustable by pulling or pushing these pins. Going further down, we can now have a look at the ear cups themselves, which have a more appealing look in our opinion, but more importantly, these have the highest noise attenuation from the ComTac series thus far. Plus they have a slim profile to help obtain an unobstructed cheek to stock weld. Let's have a look at the right ear cup, and whereas before it was easy to lose battery covers and windscreens, that is now no longer the case. Additionally, the windscreen is now built in and sealed with hex screws to make it more robust. The environmental mics are now also bigger and upgraded, resulting in improved auditory, situational awareness and reduced wind noise. The battery compartment is now on just one side of the headset and has a better toolless design. It has a positive click and can be secured with a wire, however it is secure on its own and the headset still uses two AAA batteries. On the left side we have a dynamic mic which is adjustable by use of its hinges, and just as before it is still removable, just plug it out and pull the mic off. The placement of the mic has been redesigned to both accommodate left and right dominant shooters without the need of having to replace the mic to the other ear cup. They did this by making the microphone attachment point higher onto the ear cup, so now the microphone goes over your cheek rather than over your jaw. This leaves space to make aiming down sights on your left side easier, and this works pretty well. The buttons have been redesigned and there are now 3 of them. A minus and a plus to adjust and navigate through the menu, and the center one is for using the NIB feature which was introduced in the ComTac VI, which we will talk about later. They also have a great tactile feel to them, even with gloves on. Unlike other headsets, the ComTac VII does not come with a downlink because it is designed to be a complete wireless system. This provides you with unrestricted head movement, less hassle with cable management, making it a complete snag-free system. However, it does have a downlead port available. By standard, the ComTac VII does come with foam cups, but we replaced them by gel cups, which we highly recommend, especially if you are wearing eye pro as well. Now let's have a look at the features of the ComTac VII, which falls under the active hearing protection. This means it selectively blocks out hazardous sounds while enhancing your situational awareness and providing comm capabilities. As just mentioned, the headset is wireless, coming with all its advantages, and as for standards, it is tested under various military standards to face extreme conditions. It is IP68 rated, meaning it's waterproof for 30 minutes up to 3 meters and dustproof. In addition, it also operates between -20 and 55 degrees Celsius. As for the SNR, the ComTac VII has an SNR of 29 dB, which is a bit better than the previous version because that one had 28 decibels. As for runtime, this one only has a runtime of 50 hours, which is a lot less compared to the 300 hours before, but also understandable since it has a lot of features now to deal with. Now let's talk a bit about this NIB feature mentioned before. The NIB is actually a headset-to-headset intra-team communication system without use of an external radio that goes through either your PTT or Vox feature. It works up to 10 meters and can have 4 people talk simultaneously with up to 60 listeners, and this feature can seriously aid in noisy environments. To clarify this Vox feature a bit more, Vox is actually a system that allows you to start automatically transmitting when you start speaking. However, there is a small delay since the system needs to recognize that you are speaking. However, the good thing with this headset is that when the environmental noise is at a constant level of 80 dB or higher, it automatically starts this Vox feature. As for PTT, on the other hand, it is simply your push to talk button, now located at the center button of the headset, in order to start transmitting. The ComTac VII has 2 listening modes called MAP and Classic, whereas MAP stands for Mission Audio Profiles and allows you to switch between audio profiles. These are Observation, Patrol, Conversation, Comfort and Silent, whereas the first one maximizes the environmental input and the last one shuts it down completely. This is mostly used in and around vehicles where environmental noise is not so important. And then there's the Classic, which just allows you to increase and decrease the volume. The next feature is that earlier mentioned ASA, or improved auditory situational awareness, that also reduces wind noise. With this one, it basically sounds like you're not wearing a headset at all. The next feature is a so-called dual hearing protection, which is acquired by combining the ComTac VII with the TEP300. This to create a higher SNR without the loss of situational awareness. We'll talk about the details when we cover the TEP300. Furthermore, as with any ComTac, this one still comes with a voice-guided menu, so your personal comm secretary is still at your disposal. At last, it features two warning signals. The first one is an automatic power shutoff after 2 hours of no function use, and the second one is a low battery warning pretty much before it dies on you. Now that you know everything about the ComTac VII, it is time to talk a bit about the ComTac VIII. And actually the name is a bit deceiving because it actually replaces the ComTac V known in the USA and the ComTac XPI known in Europe. Also, it has less features than the ComTac VII and thus is also less sophisticated. For a fact, the ComTac VIII is not wireless, it doesn't have the NIB intercom system and can be combined with the TEP300. In addition, it is not available in Coyote Brown. It does come in two variations, whereas you can have downleads for either PTTs or downleads for an SCU system. And weirdly, it also only has 50 hours of runtime, even though it has less features. Now that we've covered the headsets, let's have a look at the SCU or the system control unit. And believe it or not, but this part is actually the most expensive part of your TMAS setup because it functions as the brain of your communication setup. And it actually comes in two, namely the SCU and the RCU, which is the remote control unit. Now let's have a look at the build of the SCU-300, which comes in Coyote Brown and Grey, and the Grey version is the one that has the Bluetooth. Now, it is ambidextrous to start with. It feels very sturdy in the hand and has a hefty feel to it. The buttons are easily identifiable and they have a positive feedback. On the back it features a big but slick pelt clip for mounting onto a MOLLE system, either on your plate carrier or on your belt. And it also features molded loops for alternate mounting options. Additionally, on the bottom it features a battery compartment that is also waterproof, and this is for two AAA batteries. The SCU features 4 ports with their own waterproof socket caps, whereas the 2 bottom ones are for radio connections with 2 channels each, so 4 in total. Then on top, the left one is for your ICS vehicle intercom systems and the right one is for downleads of a headset, for example of the ComTac VIII. Furthermore, the SCU features 6 buttons, of which this one is a power button to turn it on or off, the F button, which is also known as a function button, and then on the side we have the first channel button, the second channel button, and then again on the front, the top one is to increase the volume but also to control your third channel, and then the bottom one is to decrease your volume or control your fourth channel. Now let's have a look at the features of the SCU-300, and first and foremost it can manage 4 radio channels. Additionally, it can handle a vehicle intercom system and another audio stream through your Bluetooth via, for example, your phone, and this gives you a total of 6 audio streams all at once in one device. The Bluetooth feature of your SCU allows you to answer your phone calls or even call back your last contact by keeping the F button pressed in. The SCU-300 comes with its own audio management system that allows you to choose how to manage your channels. This is done in 3 ways, either split, mix or surround. With the mix one, you hear all your radio channels over both the left and the right ear equally. With the split one, it is divided in your left and your right ear, and with the surround one, it is as perceived coming from different directions. The SCU-300 also comes with a whole array of other installation options, but we won't cover those since they are less relevant. Additionally, the SCU is also tested according to the same standards as the ComTac VII. The RCU is an abbreviation for Remote Control Unit, and it has the same feel to it as the SCU. This one comes with 4 buttons to manage your channels and additionally also allows you to increase or decrease the volume. However, this one is actually meant to be mounted onto your rifle, allowing you to manage your comm system without removing your hands from your rifle. For this, it can be mounted on 1913 Picatinny rails, but also, for example, on your steering wheel. In addition, 2 RCU devices can be paired to one SCU device, and once paired, the RCU will automatically connect to your SCU. That being said, let's now have a look at the TEP300, which stands for Tactical Earplugs, and they come in a pocket-sized, rugged, waterproof charging case. Altogether, it comes with 5 different types of earpieces for custom ear fitting. It comes with a neck wire and a bunch of black foams for cancelling out noise from wind. In addition, it also comes with an adapter for AAA batteries. The case itself comes with a solid closure system, and on the outside it also features a charging port for a USB-C cable. Furthermore, it features hook to store your neck wire, dedicated spots to place your earplugs, and a button with LED lights to check your battery status. Additionally, it also has the battery compartment and a small instruction card. As for the earplugs themselves, they are very lightweight, have a good build quality and sit comfortably. Additionally, they are available in coyote brown, grey and skin color tan. As for the standards, they are tested to the same standards as the SCU and the ComTac VII, however they are only operatable between -20 and 50 degrees Celsius. As for the features of the earplugs themselves, they also fall under the active hearing protection just like the ComTac VII headset, and thus they also block out selectively hazardous noises while enhancing your situational awareness. And together with the SCU-300, they provide comm capabilities thanks to their in-ear acoustic speech microphones. Together with the ComTac VII, it provides a higher SNR while still providing that seamless comms capability. This thanks to their NFMI technology, which stands for Near Field Magnetic Induction. Beside that, the earplugs connect automatically to your ComTac VII after being paired once. However, the earplugs themselves do not feature an NIB function, so that is a bit unfortunate. Now let's have a look at the SCU adapter cables, which are obviously required to connect your SCU to a radio system. However, one thing that is very special about this system is that it allows you to upgrade to a dual-com system without having the need of getting a dual-com headset or a dual-com PTT. These SCU cables have a solid way of securing themselves into the SCU, as you need to plug them in and then turn them to fix them tight. Now we know of other systems that don't have this feature where you turn them tight and they often come loose. However, a downside of these cables is that they are very expensive. Now, having mentioned all of that, let's now have a look at our personal experience with this system. Now, we both can say that we have tested these very extensively because we went on tactical courses with them. We used it at our local shooting range. We even did a taxing with them to really get the full experience, and we did some specialized tests at home to fully test the comm capabilities. Now, to show you the color differences, my brother went for a green one and I went for a coyote brown one. Additionally, we both went for a single comm setup connected to our Kenwood radios, and my brother mainly decided to run it in the standard headband version, whereas I decided to mount it onto my Team Wendy helmet. Furthermore, we both have a gel kit installed because it has a cooling effect and seals better when wearing iPro. So what do we think about the ComTac VII? Well, in our opinion, it is an incredible improvement compared to its predecessor. The design is just much better, it is far lightweighter, and the sound quality is improved as well. A few other improvements that we like is that no parts can be lost anymore. The battery compartment is also seriously improved, and it is far more comfortable and thus wearable for a longer period of time. Additionally, the fact that you can easily change between a headband setup and a helmet mounted setup without needing to cut your headband is an improvement as well, and it is immediately ambidextrous. Now, not having a down lead may seem like a small thing, but unrestricted head movements are a serious plus. I'm sure you all had that experience where you want to look at a certain direction and your cable snags behind some part of your gear in an inexplicable way. Also, the map system is really great and far more functional than just increasing or decreasing the volume. As for the NIB function, we did some small tests to see whether it works well or not, and it does work, but we couldn't test it in an in-field or training application. However, the function of the NIB system is very clear. It provides a hands-free communication option when in and around loud environments such as loud engines, generators, or even when applying certain breaching methods. Now, a serious downside in our opinion is that it only has 50 hours of runtime after a battery change, which is very low. Now we'll give our opinion about the SCU and the RCU. Let's start off with the SCU. It has two connection strengths, one for waist mounted and one for chest mounted. However, our experience tells us that it is best to always use the waist mounted to have the best connection possible. Now, one thing we did notice is that the SCU roughly needs to point at your tactical headset or your TEP in order to establish a connection. The buttons are tactile and easy in use even with gloves on, and it has an easy navigatable menu. Another thing we noticed is that if the SCU is mounted on a dedicated PTT spot on your carrier, it may wobble a bit and thus requires a little bit of extra retention. As for the RCU, once installed it will definitely stay in place, and in my opinion it is an incredible addition in order to work with your comm system while keeping your hands on your rifle. Now let's share a bit of our experience about the TEP300. On its own or with a headset it works perfectly when it comes to protecting your ears, but once we start communicating with it, it starts to get some issues. In our experience, voices always came through very blurred or even unrecognizable, and we did get a new pair from 3M Peltor to have this either busted or verified, and the same issue remained. So very likely it is due to the radio we use, and in addition we never had any complaints of customer who bought it, so our conclusion is that it is very likely due to the radios we use. Now for some users it may look a bit weird because the earplugs can't always be put in as deep as they should be, however they still protect you, and the plus thing about this is that they are always ready to go due to its charging case.
Contact front. Sensing.
As for our final thoughts, the TMAS system is the most modular and advanced system we've ever seen or used when it comes to tactical hearing protection. It does come at a steep price, but it is justifiable because R&D is very expensive and this is all new technology. Personally, we do think that the adapters are overpriced, but in general, the overall headset design belongs to the best and most worry-free systems on the market. The TMAS system is a very impressive technology and Peltor is really pushing the technological boundaries here. With this, they are proving why they are on the top of the market. If you're looking for the TMAS system or the ComTac VIII, you can find them on ReconBrothers.com. We also offer them in discounted bundles, so you save a bit. If this video was helpful to you, make sure to like, train safely, protect your ears. Thanks for watching and you'll see us next time.